If you haven't done so already, be sure to go and like, share, and subscribe on our YouTube, our Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram pages, and any of the social media that you might find us through Google. You can also email us again at 2geeksandnerdpro@gmail.com. But let's get right into it. So today is going to be, I guess, a true freestyle or whatnot. We were just talking or whatever. And let's talk about Carly Russell, the young lady from Alabama who faked her kidnapping. Now, to be honest, like I was just telling Black Samurai, I don't know diddly squat or diddly wink, as my grandfather would say, about it. All I know is that supposedly this girl was kidnapped or whatever, and long story short, like Ronald Isley, she got busted. So she busted, faked the kidnapping, and now she's gonna. You said she's gonna face charges.
Yeah, she's gonna face charges. Let me see. I didn't follow up. I know this is literally off the top of our heads, everybody. So I didn't follow up. Apparently, the boyfriend said something to, of course, ex-boyfriend. Excuse me. Some people were saying she did this to get his attention. People really still don't know. Somebody had a joke out there and talked about she did it for Beyonce tickets, which I don't think she did it for. But there's been a lot of talk about, and maybe this will lead to our next episode, that she comes from a family that has really high expectations, and that her life was kind of like had a lot of pressure. Some people believe she just, instead of her
collapse on the pressure.
Yeah.
So like it's like a family, like they well known, they prominent.
Yeah,
they got money. Let me just put it like that.
That I know of, they well known in the area.
Cause this is some rich people ish. Like, let me just say that people that, I don't want to say poor, but people that aren't so well to do, we don't have time to do stuff like that. We too busy out here trying to get it. We trying to live. We don't want to end up, this. I'm just gonna be honest. Look. And I'm not talking about it because this is another thing we got to stop doing. There's people that have been judging this young lady. People were praying. I saw a video where a guy was like, he said, he was talking to God. He said, Lord God, he said, can I get my prayer back? He said, I was praying for that girl and this and that. Look, y'all, let's stop doing this type of stuff. Again, we don't know what was going on with her. Even when we think we know, we don't know. Hell, we don't know what we think we know about ourselves and what's going on with ourselves. So let alone a stranger. So nobody knows what was really going on except for that young lady and literally God. Her parents don't really know, even if she had a mental issue or whatever. We talk about mental health at times. This could be a mental health issue. Now, I know people talk about, the battle between her and Jesse Smollett, or Smollett, or whatever his name is. The difference is he actually paid people to kidnap him, beat him up, or whatever. They staged it or whatever. To keep his role on the show. I don't know, Jesse, is he still locked up? He did go. He went to jail, didn't he?
It was real quick and he got out.
So he was on some Martha Stewart type stuff.
It was way less because I think Martha was stayed in there for a year or something.
But Martha didn't go to real prison, though.
Yeah, but Jesse,
and if she did, she had her own wing. Martha Stewart had a 3-story prison cell when she was in prison, you know what I'm saying, with a damn fireman pole with a circle cut out in the corner for her to come out or something like that. That was really a vacation break for Martha. Martha might have did all what she did for that hood. But anyway.
Also, what I got an issue with is y'all ain't this angry about the sub, and they spent millions with an S. They knew that Sunday that sub imploded because they said the Navy heard it. They knew they were gone on Sunday. And I watched some of those conferences, not all of them, but they was up there, oh, well, we hoping they still got 3 more days, 2 more days of air, and we haven't found the debris yet. And so they put up from a Sunday to, I think
it was like Thursday,
Wednesday,
something like that. It was almost a week.
Almost a week
of knowing what happened. And even then, sorry to cut you off, but even then, how do we know that it was really what it was? Because, like, again, who's to say that these people, they were seen getting on the sub, they were seen going down. They could have resurfaced at any time, took those people off the sub, sank the sub, because the sub was operated from the surface, right? Remotely, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They could have sent the sub down to where they knew it was going to implode. With no people on the sub, those same millionaires could still be anywhere in the world right now doing whatever they want to do. They
Some
could.
people believe it.
They could just be. They could just say, you know what? I'm just tired of dealing with the world as it is. I want to be off the grid. The only true way for me to get away is to fake my own death. We know many times in history, people fake their own deaths. I go back to the 90s for y'all youngsters or whatnot. There's a movie called Face Off with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. And it was pretty much where one of them was a cop, the other one was a robber, and somehow the robber got the cop to be put on the table, and they took the face off of each other, took the face off and put it on. He swapped faces with him and took this man's life or whatever. And then he had to become the robber, and it was just a great movie, one of the greatest movies in the 90s. But that was a movie. You can't tell me there ain't nobody really done that before. Most stuff that happen in movies really does happen or has happened or can happen, because I'm a firm believer in, and this is again going back on spiritual side, if you can believe it, you really believe it and think about it, and you try to make it happen, it will happen. We're created by the Creator to create, even if it was to create havoc and hell amongst the earth or whatnot. But going back to the girl and people that y'all really own this, on what's it, Carly or whatever her name is, get off of it. And what Black Samurai was saying, earlier, we have to stop getting distracted. I'm not saying the girl don't matter, but this is what I'm saying. There's a philosopher called Kant, and to become a Kantian, you believe in sacrifice for the greater good. Therefore, in my opinion, one person's life, just like Jesus' life, was worth to save millions and continue to save people, is what we believe as, followers of Christ or whatnot, or God. So, y'all, when these people get into these individuals, I don't care if they're so-called celebrities or whoever, stop letting this crap poison your mind and be the subject matter of, your entire world. Because now, the stuff that really matters, your friends, your family, the stuff that you have control over, you just overlooking all that. I saw an episode of SWAT today where it was season 3, episode 19, 18, 19. But it was talking about unaliving, I'll say, for purposes of this video, of oneself. And the guy was depressed and going through things. He had lost his position or whatever. He retired or whatever after that. And everybody knew that something was wrong with him. They knew he wasn't okay. But people are always too busy for him. And that's what we tend to do, is we get too busy for the people around us, the people that care. Also, I think as individuals, sometimes we rely on confirmation from other people way too much, instead of pulling yourself up at times and manning up or woman up and just dealing with your life's situations. Just being a big boy, a big girl. We all go through stuff. We got to respect it. But there's a time to get your stuff together too. But let this crap go, man. Stop getting distracted. There's too much going on in the world that we're not being told about, and it's a distraction one after another.
And also, stop being so harsh.
Yeah.
Y'all talking about taking back prayers and stuff like that. Also, I want y'all to realize this too, because I'm sure some of y'all out there are already going to be on, well, the next alert, I'm not going to pay attention to. And sometimes y'all got to realize some of this stuff going on, besides distraction, it's also to break people up. It's also so people can get away with doing, we'll call them bad or evil deeds.
Yes.
Because this was brought attention. Think about the positive. Positive out of this, it got attention and it got awareness. And we as black people are always saying that we don't get in media the same treatment. Now we got it. So don't let your anger towards her take away from the next incident.
That's serious.
Because even in Florida, and I don't know if you heard about it, it happened a while back when when the kids were playing in the field, and this white woman took the kids' the tablet or whatever, and the mother walked over to the house to get the tablet back and unalived her through the door as she was coming towards the door. And they almost wasn't going to arrest this white woman. They wasn't going to arrest, but because black people got together, I'm going to say it. We as black people got together, they arrested the woman. Now, I don't know what the next stage is, because honestly, I haven't kept up with it.
Wow, I did not know that happened.
Yeah. And most of our news we get from, or at least I get from, is YouTube streets.
And Florida crazy anyway, because there's another incident where a sister, she discharged a firearm in the city limits.
I heard about
Didn't hit anybody or anything, I don't think.
Yeah.
But because she discharged a firearm, they sent her, to protect her kids, they sent her to jail, prison over there. Even though she was protecting her kids.
Oh, that one. No,
Yeah.
I got it mixed up with
Florida crazy. Florida, y'all gotta get y'all stuff together.
Most
Like,
of us do.
we really need to just go ahead and cut y'all off and just let you float into the state of Florida.
That's what
And
y'all want?
And let your Ron Sanchez or whoever he is down there, y'all type of people, y'all can have that, you know what I'm saying? Even though my people, some of my Seminole people out there, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot, but Florida, y'all, woo. Florida, it's a whole different world down there in the Everglades and the Peninsula State.